handling staff learn the safe, proper handling of collapsible bulk containers and pallets. Reusable plastic containers and pallets play a significant role in material handling today. When used correctly, reusable containers and pallets are safe, reliable, efficient, and less costly than the expendable packaging products they replace. Plastic containers and pallets are more durable than corrugated, safer and more ergonomically friendly than wood or steel, and with proper handling can last hundreds of cycles. To realize the greatest benefits from reusable containers and pallets, material handlers need to be aware of how to move them safely without damaging the container or its contents. Buckhorn's plastic bulk containers are engineered to meet your most demanding material handling needs. Manufactured from high-density polyethylene, they are stronger than expendable containers and can stack or collapse to reduce storage space. Our plastic bulk containers and pallets are designed to be moved safely by fork trucks. Most damage to plastic bulk containers and pallets occurs because the material handlers are not as experienced at moving plastic bulk containers and pallets as they are with corrugated and wood products. The telltale signs of damage are cracks in the plastic. If material handlers see any damage, the container or pallet should be taken out of the system for immediate repair. To minimize damage and ensure a safe work environment, fork truck drivers must be aware of the following issues. Adjust the forks to properly fit the openings in the container or pallet when moving them. The fork truck should always move in the direction opposite the forks, especially for long distances. This way, the load will not slide off the forks if the driver has to stop suddenly. Bulk containers or pallets should never be slid or pushed along the floor. Sliding will grind or chip plastic off of the base, which will reduce the life of containers and pallets. Fork tips can puncture and damage bulk containers and pallets, hindering structural integrity. Bulk containers and pallets should never be pushed with forks or short-forked. Fork tines must always fully engage the container. Another problem can occur if the bulk container or pallet is being carried too low on the forks and hits an uneven spot on the floor. This could result in the load being dropped. If the load should stop suddenly, forks could puncture the base and cut the plastic. Plastic bulk containers also have drop doors that allow easy access to the material inside. Fork drivers must make sure that all drop doors are closed and locked before moving a container. If a drop door is open, other containers could be stacked against it, or the container could be lifted by the drop door and not the base. Either of these instances could result in an unstable load. When stacking bulk containers, be careful not to put any pressure on the container below the one you are stacking or unstacking. Latch, sidewall, or base damage may occur when this happens. Plastic bulk containers are designed to interlock securely when they are stacked, whether set up or collapsed. Every fork driver needs to know how difficult it is to place a container or pallet onto a stack. If the forks are sticking out too far, they could puncture a container or pallet on the far side. Or forks could be lowered too far, causing damage to the sidewalls of the bottom container or pallet when the forks are removed. The proper handling method for this job is to set the load down in front of the stack and reposition the load so the forks don't stick out beyond the container or pallet. Now you can lift and set the load onto a stack without puncturing the container or pallet load in front. Repositioning the load can solve many problems. A fork truck should never be moving while it is raising or lowering plastic bulk containers or pallets. The best and safest way to move bulk containers and pallets is to properly position the load on the fork tines, lift, and then set it down on the stack. These containers are safe and rugged if they are treated properly. How do you know when a plastic bulk container or pallet isn't safe? If you see any damage, like cracks or a loose or bowed sidewall, inspect the container or pallet. If you accidentally twist or shove a bulk container or pallet, get off of your truck and inspect for potential damage. Pay close attention to the corners, the doors and hinges, and the base of the bulk container. On a pallet, inspect the top deck, base, corners, fork entry, and the fork straps. If you see a crack, a deep cut, or a puncture hole, Remove the container or pallet from the system so it can be repaired and safety is preserved. Plastic bulk containers and pallets can be repaired by welding damaged areas. Sidewalls can be removed and replaced easily by tapping out the hinge rod and lifting out the sidewall. Drop doors and sidewall latches can also be easily removed and replaced. Container lids are available and easily applied. Heavy, dense load conditions may require additional pressure to secure the lid properly. When operating floor pallet jacks, make sure that the wheels go beyond the end of the bulk container or pallet. If the wheels are not beyond the end, damage to the fork strap may occur. When loading plastic bulk containers or pallets into a trailer, they must be properly aligned in the truck. Correct loading will keep containers from tipping during shipment and maximize trailer cube. Some plastic pallets that carry handheld totes have a belt system to secure the lid and keep the pallet load stable for shipping. Tension can develop that will keep this strap from unlocking easily. When this happens, pull on the belt and push the unlocking button. Don't cut the belt if it doesn't release the first time. These belts are expensive to replace. Buckhorn designs plastic reusable products in a variety of shapes and sizes. From handheld totes and pallets to collapsible bulk containers, these plastic products can be used for a wide range of applications in agricultural, industrial, automotive,